Thank you, Victor. So Sam, can we please turn to page 3 for the table of contents? So here on the table of contents, the reason I'm showing you this is I just want to show you how the guide is laid out in the structure of it going forward. So the more you know about where things are, the more familiar you become with the guide. So you'll notice that there are 4 color-coded sections in this guide. So the first section is the program overview, and this section covers the intent of the program, eligible applicants, the grant amount per application, amount available, as well as the application deadline, and the application and grant administration processes. Section 2 is what I lovingly call the meat and potatoes of this guide, and that is the application package. These are the 14 items that you will be submitting on November 5th, 2021, electronically. Section 3 are the eligible costs, and these we'll be going over at several points throughout our presentation today. So these are just eligible costs that are for acquisition, pre-construction, and construction costs. Those begin on page 50. And then ineligible costs, which is always one that we like to go over a little bit more in depth, and that is located on page 53. So finally, section number 4 is the appendices. This section we will be diving into quite a bit, especially when we get into the criteria, and that in that section we'll be referring to will be the project selection criteria guidance. So it provides nice tips for you to help you out with answering any questions you may have regarding the criteria. And then finally, you'll notice at the bottom of this page, there is in blue font, talks about words and terms in small caps. Those are defined in the back of the guide beginning on page 65. So at this point, if you have printed out your guide, go ahead and flip through the pages, and you'll see the same color code tabs to let you know what section you are in. This guide includes guidance and tips, and we encourage you to print it out and to take notes within the margins of the guide to help you out. So our goal today is to help you become familiar with where the guidance is found in this guide. So please keep in mind, this is a competitive program, and there are specific goals in this guide that we will discuss today. So with that, let's turn to page 4, Sam. So beginning right off the bat, the intent of the program is to create new recreation features in support of economic, tourism, and health-related goals within rural communities. We will go over what we mean by new recreation features on the next page. So to qualify as rural for purposes of this application guide and for this program, the project site must, 1, be in a county with a population below 500,000 people and in a city, town, census designated place that has a population below 50,000 people. Or number 2, it has to fit this one. If it doesn't fit 1, it must fit 2. So 2 is be in a county with a population below 500,000 people and in a city, town, census designated place that has a population below 80,000 people, and that's provided that the county has adopted state planning priorities pursuant to Government Code Section 65041.1, which limits sprawl and preserves environmental and agricultural spaces. So in order to find out what your project site's population numbers are and whether it's eligible, please look on the RRT webpage for what counties and cities are eligible. This document will be available soon, so we're hoping to get it by the end of probably by the middle of February. So with that funding, there is $23 million available for this program. Eligible applicants. So this list is based on Proposition 68 legislative language. So eligible applicants are cities, counties, districts. So can we please turn to page 5? So a project must involve development or a combination of acquisition of land and development to create a new recreation feature. While renovation may be included, applications will be more competitive if a majority of the total project cost creates a new recreation feature. So a new recreation feature means that the proposed new recreation feature does not already exist within the project site/park. Please turn to page 68 for the definition of new recreation feature. Can we turn to page 68, please, Sam? Page 68 to the definition section. Okay, as you see, a new recreation feature, it's a construction of a recreation feature that currently does not exist in the rural city, town, or unincorporated area where the project will be located. We can go ahead and turn back to page 5, Sam. So just keep in mind that all projects must create or renovate at least one recreation feature. Here is a list of a wide range of eligible recreation feature examples. Applicants are not limited to just this list. Scroll down a little bit, Sam. So this by no means is an exhaustive list, and this list does go over to page 6. A project must include at least one recreation feature to be eligible. The project cannot be all support amenities like restrooms and parking lots. If the cost of major support amenities is more than 50% of the project will be less competitive. And also, I want to point out that if you look at under major support amenities, the second to last sentence, actually it's the last sentence, I lied. So applications only for major support amenities are ineligible. So if you are coming in for a proposed project with only major support amenities, it is not eligible for consideration. So keep that in mind. So with that, if you have any questions, can you please use the chat feature? And with that, I will send it over to Noel.